How's it going, affiliate and internet marketers? So today I wanted to talk about uh, not briefly but essentially on the biggest topic out there, about internet marketing and stuff like that, which is SEO. Right? It's very competitive as a topic, meaning there are a lot of marketers talking about it. So if you do this, it's very easy to get SEO just under your thumb, and you're gonna be a master at it just by doing this. Now, long story short, you hopefully have already a blog, have already a site, an affiliate site. Now, the thing is that that's one thing that Google really loves. Now, this is just not my personal opinion, because this is actually coming straight out of the host mouth. I'm not the host, so I'm not Google, but this information is not being provided. I didn't take this information from other marketers. I get this from experience and from Google itself, right? So and I'll provide a few links in the description so you can get an idea where I get my information from. And if you have a long article about SEO, about internet marketing and stuff like that, you can provide the link in the description in the comment section of this video. Just leave the link, I will read it for you, and I'll provide a quick 5 minutes clip like the one you watching it right now, and explaining you just that. Back to the point. So there are a few things that you obviously need to do, when it comes to SEO, but that's one thing, man, just one thing that's just going to change everything, and I mean it, everything. So here we are. With your blog, the hardest thing about having a blog, about having a niche site, and doing this is actually reviewing your product honestly and efficiently. Honestly meaning that you really say what you think, not because you read it somewhere, but because you experience yourself. So if you're trying to review a product, chances are that if you actually own the product and you stay with it for a couple of months, you have what it takes to actually write down something meaningful that is going to do that which Google loves. And I get to that in just a moment. So what do you do is you need to understand, man, that we are here are helping one another, right? Yeah, because of what we do takes time, we hopefully make money out of it, because otherwise who's gonna pay the bills and stuff like that if we provide helpful information on the web, right? It takes time. So but the point is to help. It's not to make money. I mean, making money is the ultimate goal, but the way you get there is by walking. So helping meaning walking in the analogy. We're here to help one another. Now what Google wants is your site to be efficient. And when we mean efficient for Google, because it's an algorithm, it's AI, it's a artificial intelligence. Basically what he wants is that people on your videos, on your clips on YouTube, on your blog, whatever you have out there on the web, that is going to capture people's attention, and people are going to stay well enough so that everybody's making money. You are making money, the advertisement is making money, the reader, the user is being helped. So it's something good to the end of the user just as well, and we all win. So how are we going to do that? Well, we do exactly this which Google loves. Now when it comes to SEO, there are a lot of stuff that you can do. One of them is not putting all your affiliate links in your poster. You can have just one link to the affiliate review, and you good to go. I see thousands and thousands of clients of mine with these blogs, these sites, where they just put the links, the affiliate links, all on the post. And essentially what you have, maybe you're gonna get money out of it. Maybe you do get the click, maybe you do get the commission, but you don't get what Google wants. Is people to come back to your site, is people to share your site, and mostly is to keep your visitor on the site. Google wants people to stay on your site, because if people stay on your site, it gives signal to the artificial intelligence, to the algorithm. Oh, look, we have the winner. So how are we going to do this? Well, this is the hook of today's clip. Is to make your blog post so damnly helpful. Now, how are you going to do this? Well, you add things to it. When I'm saying adding things to it, is that one of the worst things when it comes to affiliate sites is the fact that we all kind of have the same thing, right? Everybody that's reviewing some some office chair, for example, they have the same thing going on the blog post. Just a bunch of stuff, usual stuff, the weight, the dimensions, and if it's good, if it's not, if it's worth the money, if not, and then a pathetic star review just made by the marketer. So how in the world can you be of help if you're doing the same exact thing that other people are doing it in the same niche? So what you do is this. When I say I use the word the adding to it, once again, this is just not my opinion. This is not just Malcolm's opinion. This is Google teaching me how to do this, me experiencing what I'm teaching you. And so this is stuff that works because it comes straight from the host mouth. Again, I'm not the host, Google is the host, but this is the truth of it. This is the reality of it. So you need to add things to it. So what I want you to do is your next blog post, or whatever you are writing, or maybe if you're doing a clip for YouTube, a post on Facebook, you want to do this. You want to find the best in your niche. So you want to find your competitor. Again, is going to become your best friend. Why your best friend? Because you basically going to take the exact same thing that somebody else is doing and then adding to it. You want to add features to it. So if you're reviewing, once again, the chair, the office chair, a Herman Miller, for instance, what you would do is you will watch all the videos on YouTube reviewing the same product. You will read all the blog posts on the topic, and then you write your article, right? You basically copying what they done, but now you need to add to it. Now, how you gonna add to it? If you're rephrasing somebody else, I promise you, if you do it for the whole day, if you take like 2 hours to write a blog post, hopefully you have a part-time job or you doing this on the side. Okay, so you do have free time, but it's limited. So what you would do, you take your 2 hours and you will read somebody else review. You will watch somebody else clip review. And then you will write your own stuff, right? And now you have a beautiful 2,000 words post that you didn't write yourself. You just rephrase that, so it doesn't take a genius, right? But the energy comes in when you say, okay, let's suppose I do have this chair. Now what's going on? Now if you have a big imagination, then you can add things to it. Maybe call the whatever the company of the product that you're reviewing, and then you can ask question on forums and stuff like that. And maybe, but if you need to have a great imagination, if you just limit it on the imagination thing, you would actually buy the chair. I know it sounds stupid because we don't want to spend the money, but believe you me, if you make that little investment or whatever product you reviewing, then I promise you that you're gonna add things that matters on the blog post. Now, the first catch in the story is that obviously you don't have to actually buy the product. But the thing is that when you own the product, you tend to actually find the problem of the product. The best part of it, if you thinking about starting your next project, I would suggest you to choose niches from now on that don't necessarily need the product. Because check it out, man. I know that affiliate, it's a big thing. I made my millions through affiliation, of course, but right now what I make my money the most and I really enjoy is ads. you know like a simple ads. I don't care. I write stuff. I choose niches that don't necessarily require, like spirituality, for instance, numerology, stuff like that. Those are niches where you may sell the PDF, the digital format, or the book, but you don't actually need to buy the product. So if you're short on ideas for your next project, I provide a list of niche sites ideas you can start right now. It don't necessarily require the product thing, beside books and PDFs, and stuff like that. So that's how you can overcome the fact that you do need to have the product, to ask yourself the right question and adding stuff to the blog post that already works because you got it for somebody else, and adding stuff to it. Okay, this is the magic of SEO. Now, of course, there are a bunch of stuff that you need to do. For instance, you need to write the answer of the problem or the quickest view of the review between your intro and your first paragraph, with a bold stuff in it, actually answering the question, actually addressing what you're talking about in the blog post, so you can win the feature snippet. And there are stuff like keyword density, maybe could be one of them, and then adding the affiliate links to a certain part of the blog post, and then getting backlinks. And once again, the way you get backlinks magically is if you have an actual blog post that works, that's really good, that has a bunch of information added to what's already working, and you magically gonna get the backlink. I don't know how it works, but that's how it works. I have a old niche site I started like 4 years ago. It ranks well, but it don't get backlinks. I think it is because the quality of the content is not the best. So when people go to the website, what they actually do, they stay on the site. I make my little small commission, but they don't actually stay on the blog post. And that's the next thing I want you to share with you. What Google loves is that if with your blog post you create a community, even though you have a small niche site, but you maybe have a member area, even a free one, or a forum where you can send people when they have a question, instead of leaving the comment section down below in your blog post. You don't want to do that. We talked about that, I think, in one of my last clip, the previous one. But you want to disable the comment section on your blog post, because you're gonna get spams and stuff like that. If you really want to get in contact with your users, you want to build a small list of 10 people, just giving away free PDF, maybe asking from people to join your email list for future tips and tricks. You can send them directly through emails. Once you have like 100 people, 1,000 people, then you can start building a forum and ask people to join the forum. Okay, you want to have a free member area so people can actually become not only readers but users. This is why Google, we use words like user, because user is not just the reader, is actually taking an action on it, is using your information to click and to do stuff like that. So that's very important. These are a few tips on how to do SEO, that really works. It's so simple. Just get your next project, make sure you quote unquote copy the exact thing that your competitor, your best competitor, which is going to become your best friend, has, and add stuff to it if you need to get the product. Otherwise, use your beautiful mind, your beautiful imagination to ask the right question and give them a good answer, so people will actually believe that you actually have the product. My stand is that you want to buy the product. And then what we talked about, build a community, make sure that you have what it takes for your site, gain authority through your user experience that's going to give signal to Google and give you number one and a lot of money. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you right back in the next one. So thank you so much for sticking around the channel. My name is Malcolm Monroe. Internet Patreon, Patreon as in the old version of P-A-T-R, Patreon with the O-N, Patreon. Okay, so click the link in the description for a niche site ideas and a 17 action steps to get your WordPress speed optimization the right way done. So click the links in the description and check it out. Thank you.